You're chatting with someone. You ask about their summer plans. Wow, they're going around the world on a private jet? Clearly you're talking to someone very wealthy. Does it change how you view them? Your feelings reflect your class consciousness. But let's back up. What do we mean by class? Well, the sociologist Karl Marx divided society into two distinct classes, the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. Marx said members of the bourgeoisie own the means of production and have decision-making power over their own work and the work of their employees. A modern example, a successful restaurateur who owns the business, decides what's served, whom to hire, and how to manage those hires. Members of the proletariat, or working class, don't control their own labor. They work for others as a means of survival. In our restaurant example, they exchange their labor for income. Waiters, busboys, even chefs. So that's Marx's two classes. Now let's look at class consciousness. The staff at a restaurant may share a class consciousness. They can identify with each other's experiences. They have similar opportunities. However, they may not identify with the restaurant owner, who has a home and a master's degree, and now dreams of early retirement. The staff members feel alienated from the owner because they each have different opportunities in life. But what if a proletariat line cook identified with his millionaire bourgeoisie boss, instead of with his proletariat coworkers? Sociologists call this a case of false consciousness, or internalizing the identity and beliefs of the upper class. False consciousness is partially achieved through conspicuous consumption, that is, the purchase and use of status symbols, such as designer clothes, cars, or smartphones. False consciousness is useful to those in power. It makes it easier to maintain the status quo and exploit the underclass. If most of the proletariat share a false consciousness, they are unlikely to band together to improve the conditions of their class. Some sociologists argue that members of the proletariat are far more likely to have false consciousness than class consciousness, which impedes social change. Now take a moment to consider your own class consciousness. Where do you stand?